everyone that he meets calls him King of Kensington.
Or Al Waxman.
Yeah.
Finds his fortune in the faces that surround.
Yeah, there's so many cool sculptures, bronze portraits. What do you call that? Bronze statues? We don't know.
We're at Bellevue Square Park this morning out in Kensington Market. And Al Waxman, of course, he had many roles, but he was King of Kensington for many, many years on CBC.
And you were king of breakfast television.
There you go. Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Television. Welcome to your Thursday morning, as this week, I think, some weeks have a feeling to them. This week, it seems to me to have a feeling of just moving along.
You know what it is?
It's the weather.
It's the thing that you had a beef about on Monday.
What?
The daylight savings time.
No, it's
You're
not
enjoying
that.
more daylight during the day. You're enjoying the warmer temps.
I go to bed.
And this week has just flown on by.
I go to bed. I go to bed before I enjoy more daylight. No, the week has flown by, I think, because it's nice out.
It is
finally.
nice out. I know. We needed this reprieve from the cold. And all that snow melting is a beautiful sight.
There's a garden center in Barrie on Bayview that they have out in their sign. We're 50 shades of tired of winter.
It's so true. Let's get our green on already.
Yeah, the garden.
And you garden, so that you'll be buying your bulbs soon, or will they just grow back?
No, bulbs we put in the fall. Usually, don't you? I think, Frank's not here.
You can tell I'm a real.
The bulbs we do, we put in the fall.
If the squirrels don't eat them.
Yeah.
Right.
But of course, Frank always has great suggestions to make sure that they don't.
It's true.
This is interesting. We talked about this a little bit earlier, and we put it onto our web poll, and that is everybody knows texting and driving is dangerous, but still people do it.
Because, according to survey, it's addictive.
It's addictive. You can't resist it. The buzzing. You want to know what's going on. I got to know right now.
I've put my phone away to avoid temptations at even red lights because you think, oh, I've got at least 40 seconds. Maybe I'll check in. Guys, not too long ago, we didn't even have these phones and we managed. So either put it away, put it in the back so you can't get to it. And I think that's the only way you can avoid the temptation.
But we asked people, be candid this morning. Be honest. Do you give it? How did we exactly word it, Winston? What was the wording of the poll?
The wording that we chose, do you have trouble resisting the urge to text and drive? And the results, it's an even 60-40 split. 40% being yes, I have a hard time. So that's still a really significant number. A lot of people were saying to me on Twitter too that you actually you can download these apps where you can basically dictate your texts. And people are having, it's an option, but it's not a solution. So a lot of people are having trouble with that.
Yeah, but at least they're admitting it. It's the first step.
I'm watching Brad text behind you.
And that wasn't even
Pull
planned.
Kevin.
Busted. Yeah.
But at least, and that honesty is important because everyone can say, oh, I don't text and drive it. But if at least we're admitting it now, okay, what can we do about it? Some people are saying put some jammers inside vehicles, but more and more vehicles now have Wi-Fi that comes with them.
I was guilty of walking and texting the other day because I was like, I got to get this out before I get my appointment in. And then this man's like, whoa, you're about to hit a pole. There was no pole in sight. Yeah, but he was making a point. Like, don't do that. And it's true. We miss so much if we don't look up and enjoy, even when you're driving. Just have that time to chill out. What's wrong?
I can't find my study about studies.
Is there a study about
studies? Do you have a study about studies?
Sounds redundant.
Is it? Hold on. This one right here that I was actually holding.
Study about studies. Welcome to the department.
Wendy, you got to put these things where I can find them.
In front of your face.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, I'm doing that so much these days. I mean, really, really bad these days. Literally forgetting things in 10 seconds.
You know what you need? Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good for the brain.
Get me some ginkgo biloba, please, Wendy.
Biloba.
Okay. Is there coffee that comes with ginkgo biloba?
No.
Okay. There is a study out that finds there's too many studies.
Wow, and who commissioned that study about studies? The Department of Redundancy Department?
Professors from universities in Finland and California are concluding in a paper entitled Attention Decay in Science conclude that exponential growth in the number of scientific papers or studies makes it increasingly difficult for researchers to keep track of all the publications they work on. So what they're saying is they work on a publication, then somebody disputes it, and then this is taken as gospel, and then later on somebody disputes that. So there are too many studies out there.
Conflicted findings, which I make fun of in your news reports at 8:30 because you'll say, scientists say drinking red wine will make you live to 120, and then like 2 days later, don't drink red wine, it will kill you. Okay, I'm exaggerating here.
You make fun of me?
No, I make fun of the news reports because a lot of times we don't know who's funding these studies. We don't know what's the sample survey. Is it 20 people? Can you possibly gather findings? Is it over a 5-year period? Is it over a 35-year period? All these factors make a huge difference in the fundamentals of the findings.
A lot of these studies are done simply because some schools need money and funding for real work.
Yeah.
So they know media are going to pick up on it. So they get some sponsor to sponsor a study, and that's why they do it.
Didn't we just do our own study via poll with Winston about texting and driving? But that one is legit.
Yes, that's scientific.
Yeah, and that one's funded by coffee makers.
Let's leave you now with today's finalists for our trip to the Disney World Resort via the WestJet.
They're getting their goofy on. That is this week's theme.
Magic Plane. I was going to say the WestJet Happy Plane.
It is
but that's
by
the
WestJet.
Magic Plane. So these are our finalists in the theme is Goofy.
Look at how creative you guys are. We're getting thousands of entries a day. A lot of you are writing and saying you're frustrated. Listen, just keep entering, guys. Random selection. And thank you for these creative entries. The winner's coming up later.